Hey guys, Tyrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Taranto Coastline, playing for pointing on the left we have Ray, formerly known as Asher Blower, playing with Wehrmacht.
Pioneers are ready.
And from the right we have Jay for Jet, you may know him as previously, playing as the British Forces. Ray is rank 1 Wehrmacht at the moment, and Jay is rank 10 with the Brits. Jay used to, be part of the COH3 balance team in the earlier days. Played quite a few Master League tournaments as well. Has returned for some Company of Heroes 3 action.
MG42 and crew available.
We're not staying here, right?
Location secured.
So, carrying on with the Fallschirmpeil, going for the VP first, letting Jay take the fuel. Often there's a bit of a scrap for this kind of central fuel point. The other ones are all very isolated, but it's only a low fuel, so it doesn't make a huge difference. Fallschirmpeil going to go do a bit more capping. Do a quick check here. Looks like Jay's gone for British Armoured.
Pioneers parachuting on your mark.
And here we go, a bit of an ambush here from Jay with double engineers. They're quite strong, these engineers. Jumps into the building there. There's a little bit of a pathway here. Was that there previously? I don't know if that was or not. Maybe that's like a new function from this patch, because I think they said they stopped some people getting stuck, right? Not entirely sure. Don't know the maps that well yet.
No contact.
So 2 Fallschirmpeil and an MG42.
Resources taken.
A skirmish up in the north. Pies were in colour first, but to reposition themselves slightly, and those British Royal Engineers are so much stronger. I do think maybe the Wehrmacht Pios could be a little bit stronger. Could afford to be. Fallschirmpeil backing off. Gonna jump into the building.
A capture point is being overrun.
Try to defend from there, and it looks like Jay just spamming the engineers there. As I said, quite strong. Good close range performance. And I think this is a pretty good map for them. There's a lot of close quarters opportunities on this map specifically. A lot of blind corners, shot blockers all over the show. Interesting to see though, Fallschirmpeils don't jump out of this building to try and contest this. Try and jam the capture once these guys got low enough. I often wonder if it would be better, machine gun coming from the other side, to try and build like a small square of sandbags to try and hide behind, because sandbags construct so fast at the moment. There's like, the long benefits you get from constructing a patch of them and having heavy cover in the exact direction you want, versus the damage you take while you're building them. Seems like maybe building a patch could be quite beneficial in a lot of situations. Small little harass there from the Fallschirmpeil. That's one of the higher fuel points and medium fuel in the far northern position. Briefly decaptured. Okay, so medics are up for Jay. Doesn't have any other stage of tech down yet.
Get to work.
Restock while you can. That's enemy infantry firing on us.
Engineer making its way down here, get some decent suppression. Can the engineers crawl out? Looks like it.
Has claimed our territory for their own. We are losing possession of a capture point.
Briefly was thinking about putting some sandbags down, but closes in for the fight instead. Machine gun coming back around for that. Or maybe it's not. It's facing up this direction.
Territory lost.
Ready to
Ocean
deploy.
Pilot are arriving from base now. I do have healing up. And going straight into the Luftwaffe company. These engineers managed to get very close.
Capture point is being lost.
The thing is,
Enemy forces have
how
claimed
much
our
is there to
territory.
gain by forcing away this machine gun for Jay? You know, it's so close to the Wehrmacht base already. So it's a very minor boost.
Sectors
Good
are isolated.
decap though
Every cover.
by that engineer. He's got to be worried about his retreat though, potentially losing that squad. The mass run engineer is working well at the moment. Oh, overstayed his welcome and ends up losing his
Jaeger light
first squad
infantry on
there.
station.
These engineers continue to charge up to the northern area. This guy's healing on retreat. Really?
They creep up on us.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
But look at this map control that has been the result of this play so far from Jay. This is pretty much the
enemy
worst
has
case
taken a
scenario for
victory
him
point.
though. Does not want to be fighting out in the open long range like that.
Jawohl.
Alarm. Sector overrun. A squad of Jaeger has been requisitioned.
There we go, first squad of Jaeger out now for Ray. Jay going into platoon command now. I wonder if he's going straight for his Stewards.
Pioneers taking
We have a surplus of command points available.
We have a man down.
He comes now with the flamethrower, but the
Take down.
Ocean Pie doing
Sector
pretty
now
well,
under enemy control.
weakening up the flamer. Jay has to retreat. We've got a Jaeger in the retreat path. Ooh, but Ocean Pie forgotten about, and that goes down. Those Royal Engineers
Get to cover.
are not to be trifled with. They are very powerful. There you go. A bit of damage here, but no run and gun, no chase down. Oh, a bit of a burst from the MG, but it's not quite enough. Very close call for Jay. He just keeps coming down here trying to harass the fuel. At the moment, though, it is connected. But either way, he's doing massive fuel damage.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Oh no, he's going into company command. So he definitely was too late building his platoon command to go for
Take cover.
a Humber or anything like that. Thought it might have been straight Stuart, but no, he's going straight into a medium
Do not
perhaps.
hold any victory points. We must counterattack.
I wonder if he's going to go for like foot guards or something.
You want to fight?
Not a strategy I'm familiar with that Jay is implementing at the moment. We'll take a quick look at what he's doing for his battle group. He's gone for the vet boost as well as the
victory point.
reinforce cost boost from British Armoured.
Victory point is an enemy.
Nothing else selected by him yet.
Territory is ours. We're not staying here, right?
But now it seems like Ray's fighting back quite strongly across the map.
MG-42. We are ready.
Shrek now on the Jaegers. Laid out on the machine gun. Big damage. This is where it can get really hard if you're just massing these close quarters engagements. It's just so much long range now. Every time you want to close the distance, it just gets harder and harder and harder. It's typically where you'd maybe go for one machine gun, something like that, to really
Luftwaffe combat
help
groups
buy
can
some
now be
breathing
deployed.
room in
They
these
await your
situations.
word, Commandant.
Does seem to me like the Vickers is perhaps again one of the worst machine guns, though. In my experience, it seems to be quite weak in terms of suppression again. I felt like it was worse than both the MG42 and the Yeah, just it does. No, all machine guns seem to be stronger than it,
Serve your ammo.
in my experience.
Obstruct this location. Double time.
Oh, there we go. And now Ray fighting back hard. Slowly the map turning blue. But here comes the first tank. The Crusader. Getting the 6-pounder
Event on station.
gun upgraded. And the Jaeger with the Shrek is not here.
Location secure. They want it back.
Again, a close call for Jay on these retreats. Really testing things.
Pioneers have secured the location.
Got a Whirlwind out. Part of the control group, so combat group. He's hasn't gone for support elements to unlock that.
Shoot back, damn it!
Jaeger has secured the location. Get to cover.
So they're coming up to the north now, forcing a bunch of retreats up here. Now for some easy caps. Do remember that Royal Engineers in this game don't have any capture rate bonus like they do in Company of Heroes 2, so the map control so far is just based purely on numbers, and now we've got 2 Shreks over here guarding
Point is under attack.
the Whirlwind.
Infantry firing on us.
We have lost a sector.
That was too fucking close.
And there we go, another Shrek popping now. 3 Shreks for Ray.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
And these Shreks are just absolute monsters in this game. I know I've talked about it before already, but the penetration boost from going from mid-range to close range is incredibly high with these handheld weapons at the moment. The Shrek goes from something like 160 pen mid to 300
Enemy
near.
infantry. Return fire. We've been promoted.
So I don't think Crusader has any chance of bouncing a shot anyway, but if you get something like a
We have
Matilda,
lost control of a victory
got to try and stay at maximum range.
Barely needed. Don't fuck up.
Now I've got a machine gun mixed in by Jay.
Strike fear into the aim. Frontline territory captured.
Still finding opportunities to get busy with the Crusader away from all those Shreks.
What's out there?
Keep going. He's dead.
This could be a very dangerous retreat. You can see the blob has been moved into the retreat path. The Whirlwind with the chase down. Got a mine coming up from Ray now as well.
Be fools to take this. I think we started them.
Oh my god, he's going to get away
Enemy
again.
forces have captured a victory point.
He's a lucky old lad, this Jay. He's had a lot of close calls already. Bit of a base inspection here from Jay while the Shreks are away. Knocks out the machine gun. He's going to try go for the kill on it as well.
HQ under attack. Send them support.
Here it goes. Nice little maneuver. He's got another Crusader coming out now as well. I suppose one of the benefits of having so many engineers
Return fire.
should be able to repair up any damage you take quite effectively.
Sector lost.
Yeah, these Shreks are really quite monstrous. 160 damage per shot. Very good reload.
Capture. Bring up reserves.
Try and bait him into this Vickers, I think.
It's a Panzer. This place.
Engineers in the north having all sorts of trouble. He's going for a bit of a split. I think Ray is trying to bait over one of these mines, perhaps. Oh, Jay's going to run right into it. No, does turn around. And here comes the Shrek blob.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
Crusader's got to be right on its toes. 600 health. Lever would survive one volley. but only just.
Infanteriekompanie taking damage.
It was a pretty good split on the forces from Jade, making it hard for the Shrek blob to find one tank or the other. Ray's built up quite a bit of manpower in reserve now. And here we go. Crusader finds an opportunity on the whirlwind away from the Shreks. One more shot. And he gets it too.
Has been destroyed.
Big plays from Jay. Try to drive away from these Shreks now. Oh, this final Jaeger's also got the Shrek. Huge damage. Look at that rate of fire. It's just so high. So good, those Shreks in this game. But Jay just can't really make inroads in terms of map control at the moment. Royal Engineers have really fallen off. He's gone for a second Vickers, but he's just kind of A-moved them forwards here. Worst case scenario, trying to get something behind sandbags. Just struggling on fuel control and map control in general now. Throw out a satchel to try and win that fight. Fast repairs out the back though.
Bastards have secured our
Okay,
territory
Panzer Company,
from us.
and he starts up the Panzer IV right now. Jay does have the option of maybe trying to go for something a bit sturdier. Oh, Churchill
Machine gun has been deployed for you.
is maybe on the horizon, but it's not there yet. And the machine gun forced
The
away.
enemy is striking at our Infanteriekompanie.
Crusader meanwhile getting aggressive, going for a bit of base killy action. Jay's just lost so much momentum though.
Advantage is ours.
Having his fuel harassed
enemy
like
has
this, he's
taken
so
our
far
territory.
away from a Churchill.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
And now the VP's just about even after a very strong start from Jay. And a Panzer IV's on the field, so it seems like Ray has maybe turned a bit of a corner here.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Really limited the amount of damage these double Crusaders could do with that Shrek blob.
Infantry firing
And
on
the
us.
engineers fell off real hard once the Jaegers started
One of our
arriving.
capture points is under attack.
Looks like Ray trying to bait this Crusader into that mine he planted.
Stay low. Maschinengewehr.
Not happening at the moment though.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own. We have lost a sector.
Personal. That was too fucking close.
Okay, nice little move here, baiting these Jaegers into the machine gun, but as you can see, taking a long time to suppress them.
Enemy infantry! Return fire!
Crusader coming in for a few more hits, looking to apply a bit of bleed on the retreating men. Crusader doing some creative driving around here. The Panzer IV is not too far away. One thing we haven't really seen from Jay is mines, as far as I'm aware.
Enemy panzer on us.
We will end this. The enemy has only
Maybe
250
been
points
focusing
left.
on getting a lot of upgrades on the engineers. A lot of flamers and sweepers.
Time to prove your
Still didn't find that mine up there though, the shoe mine.
Gunner, engage on
And Ray just constantly harassing
Captured and secured.
this northern fuel. The medium fuel point's really limiting Jay at the moment. And capping this one as well. So there's, you know, that extra 15 fuel per minute or so can make such a big difference. What the hell was that? Was that a satchel? I don't even see that on the ground.
He's hit.
Knocks out the
Commander,
machine gun.
We have command points that still require
Crusader's
assignment.
doing a little bit of work there, having to back away now.
Out here.
Shrik's connecting on the other Crusader, that's having to back away. And the big old blob's up there in the north now, but that does mean less engineers in base for repairs. The Shrik's even chasing the Crusader right to the base doorstep. Yeah, they might consider starting to kill the platoon command. Here's trouble though, Panzer IV into the retreat path. The double Crusaders are just too low to come up here and assist, and the machine gun looks like it's going to go down.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory. Report,
There it
the Allies
goes.
have only 200 points.
Jaeger blobs coming up here as well. And without like Gurkhas or something to fight these Jaegers, this is a struggle street for Jay. Ray's right there, could build another Panzer IV if he wants. Have a quick look at what Jay's up to.
Hides. The enemy is winning.
Is this 180 fuel? Yeah, you just can't quite get there. Into the retreat path now as well, the engineers.
Excellent shooting.
Not so lucky this time with the escape.
Knife fighting.
Alarm. Sector overrun.
We're ready. Jäger. We're being
Use of the
promoted.
Jaeger's camo there.
Territory Jäger. We're engaged. At once, Commandant.
Stolen Vickers out the back, suppressing the engineers as they try to go for the cap. Panzer IV
is field
cleaning up in the north, and the second Panzer IV is arriving. Churchill's just too slow coming through.
Heads down.
Oh boy, the Shreks.
Enemy
Here goes the Crusader. Not looking good for Jay. And he's now retreating, but it's got quite a long way past this P4. No hope of escape. NG was facing the wrong direction for Jay.
For the dead.
Tries to spin around now. Crusader's getting a couple decent hits, but the second Panzer IV arrives. Machine gun has to get out of there.
Command
And the
points
Shreks, the rate of fire on them is just too high. Starts backing away, but the second volley's already coming through on that high vet one. I wonder if they get a reload bonus. Just says rate of fire. Don't know if that's cooldown or reload.
We are to be commanded. The enemy is down to 100 points.
But this is over for Jay. He's just making some kind of crazy dive. Really no chance for him to do anything here. So he went for an infantry section with Brents right at the end of the game here. Maybe hoping to
The enemy is down to
fight back
65
against
points.
those Jaegers. Didn't quite work out.
Understood.
Here's the Churchill Black Prince now, but look at this, it's just too late. He's drained out too far.
Infantry down. This place while we can.
The Black Prince is
The enemy is down to
so
only 50
slow
points.
as well.
Stand firm.
I don't think he's even going to see any action.
Fucking heavy panzer.
Doesn't have the best gun against infantry either, from what I saw.
Make it count. Time here.
Remember, you need to stay mid to long range.
Stuka aircraft ready to loiter the target area.
I've got enough for some Stuka planes as well.
Fucking machine gewehr.
The enemy has only 25
Panzer
points left.
Shreks. Short work of this Black Prince.
Panzer IV reporting
Alright,
in.
well, he tried.
We have claimed the Black Prince.
He tried. But yeah, I think Jay maybe went for one too many Royal Engineers. Maybe should have
Victory for our
transitioned
forces. We fought
into
bravely.
one machine gun earlier, maybe one infantry section as well, just for a bit of long range with the Brens, because that Shrek blob was just terrorizing Jay. He did a pretty good job, splitting his 2 tanks up, finding opportunities for at least one of the 2, but you're walking on eggshells trying to avoid those Shreks. They knock you out so fast. Well played by Ray. He was in some major trouble in the early game. That mass Royal Engineers at the start, before the Jaegers were available, just dominant map control for Jay, but just didn't really pan out once the Shreks and once the Whirlwinds came out. That's when Ray really started to dominate the match. But yeah, nice to see some action here. Jay trying out some different build orders, seeing how things are shaking out. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Company of Heroes 3 action. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll see you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.